What's up? I'm back, DJ LV. We live on air right now on Vallejo 89.5 FM. I'm just playing music right now. Feeling the love. Tune in. The link's in my bio for listening to the music. While I'm playing music on air, I'm on the live right here talking to y'all. What y'all smoking on? What you growing this year? Where you at? Haywood Buds, where you at? What city you representing? What Turks you representing? What you growing? I think he'll come through because he's a man of his word. But you know, things happen. But I think we're gonna get a grower in here from Thailand, which is super exciting because Southeast Asia is, of course, where things, lots of things that feed all of the weed we love really come from, right? Gosh, it's the worst. Like, I'm just the worst with names. But I've been studying a lot. What up, girl? What's up, Bridget? You wanna go on live and show us your puppy? Your puppy's, hey, here he is. There's our Thailand friend. Heck yeah, I've been wanting to make this live on OzCat right now. Not in the studio, which means I can't say much there. So we're here. You probably say live. What's up? Whoa! Ripping that shit. Oh, you're a bomb guy, huh?
No, only when I'm testing new shit.
Right, that's me too. That's how I decided to do my reviews with the bomb. So like,
Usually my girl is not big enough to have like a big fatty to test.
Yeah.
Not yet. It will be.
Me too. I have to get an air thing because I'm in a big apartment building. We're not supposed to be smoking weed, so I have to get an air thing.
Yeah,
so
I'm supposed to hold on. This shit is right here.
Wait, okay. Bridget's gonna show us her puppy. Hold on, my friend Bridget's gonna come in here real quick. You're gonna love this. Yeah. She's got all these dogs, and they're like every dog she has is I don't know if I lost her. Hey, Bridget.
Hi. You look great.
Thanks.
I know that you said you were sick earlier, but you look great.
I'm over it. I feel better. I went roller skating.
Yay. Okay, I'll show you the dog.
Okay, check this out. Nat. Is that how I say your name, Nat? They're looking. Oh my God.
Did you see Poppy? She's Poppy.
Go closer. I need this. Oh my.
She matches you now.
Nice cut.
Oh, what's your name?
This is Poppy.
Poppy.
You met Poppy.
Me and her
like a year ago.
You
guys match. What kind of stuff did you put in your hair?
I use
Arctic.
It's all natural. I'll tell you. It's called. I'll send you the picture of the puppy. It's totally natural. Oh, who's this?
That's Jameson. You met her too. And
Yeah, but you have to introduce to our other friends.
Camilla, baby, come.
All of these dogs are like show dogs.
No,
they're all fancy.
This one.
Just Camilla right here. I mean, the poodle's pretty fancy.
I found a puppy in Vallejo before I left?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she turned into this thing.
She has bedrooms for her dog.
She was 6 months old. Come here, Camilla. Come here. She was, 6 pounds when I found her in Vallejo, right outside my house. She walked up to my garage door, all homeless. Now she's like 85 pounds.
German Shepherd.
This is it. Okay, nothing to do with your show. Sorry.
That's okay. I did. Everybody loves cute puppies, though.
Look at this.
Hey.
You know these people in Tennessee think I'm crazy when I walk this dog around.
I bet they do.
They're like, what the hell is that? She almost caused an accident the other day. Like, these persons almost rear-ended somebody.
They all
Bloodhound is beautiful.
In their big old truck, you know, like their Tennessee truck.
I can't believe you're living in Tennessee, girl.
For nursing school, it's so cheap. It's so cheap. You know how much I'm paying a semester?
How much?
For nursing school?
How much?
$2,800. $2,800. Think about that. Huh?
How much?
That's so cheap. That's like stop. That's like $6,000 a year for
Yeah,
nursing
that is.
school. In California, it'd be like 50.
Oh, definitely.
So here I am.
Plus,
Anyway, I got to get back to my thing.
all right. Thanks
To
for
my.
showing the doggies.
I know you look great. I'm so happy to see you.
Thanks.
I'm
Catch up.
close to. I have 2 other friends in New York. I really should go visit, but then I have this, this palace full of dogs. My mom has to come visit while I go or something. I don't know.
Don't tell us you're in New York.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I love the dogs. I love
Thank
the
you.
bloodhounds.
Oh yeah, that was
That bloodhound
fun.
looks cute.
This is so cute. So everybody that might be on from my friends that's tuned in, how do I say your name? Nat?
Pat.
Pat. Pat.
NATABHAT is my real name. NATABHAT.
Yeah, Nantapat.
NATABHAT.
Nantapat.
The first lessons in social media was find a unique name that you can have on all the platforms. I was like, my fucking name. Yeah.
Right. I have my name on Twitter, but nothing else. There's been a
I don't
Lavana
have
something.
else, but this is the only thing I have. So I'm
Way to
very
go,
protective of this account. I can't get
Yeah.
So I don't follow a lot of people. Don't get mad. I just don't want you to wake up one day hating my ass and don't want to see me no more. So I only have one account. I don't even have a backup account. So if I lose all the information in my DM here, I'm fucked.
Oh man. Well, they, now they'll know that we're friends. I got your back, buddy. I'll help out. So the exciting thing for anybody who might not be from Pat's, I'm just call you Pat's
Yeah.
Pat's friend list is that he is from Thailand. And if you don't know, Thailand just went legal in cannabis. And they just immediately, within months, legal, right? It's not even really
legal.
It's decriminalized, right? They're on their way. And like everywhere else, it's like, the beauty of the worldwide network of everybody right now is we know how that works. Anyways, I thought it was beautiful. I saw a documentary about how they let a bunch of people out of jail right away, which was cool.
They have to do that because, cannabis used to be the same as heroin. So when people talk to me about what are Thai people doing about cannabis, we have no say in it. It's not like in America here. I mean, I have relatives who have been killed in prison for just driving trucks. You didn't know, that he's carrying 2 tons of weed. He's doing a job. He doesn't know what's in the truck, but it's a guy that drives the trucks that goes to jail. So if you have more than like 200, 300 grams, it's considered trafficking, and it's it's death penalty.
What? Oh my goodness! So this is serious.
It's death penalty, but no rich people go to jail for weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the stupid poor people the people that are working for the people who's smoking and making the money, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit better because the fact that laws are somewhat relatives to, it's like in New York. Bangkok is just like New York. It's the street, like you have people like Luca Brasi can make himself from working the corner street to become a big shot in the world. He's traveling with, rappers now. He's owning
Who?
Luca Brasi, Gumbo.
Oh yeah.
He made himself from the hood. That's what Bangkok is, the hood. So rules is whatever you can get away with. It's okay, but you have to work with people.
But
so
they're
it gives you a way to do things that may not be. There are always ways. Like Thai people can grow 20 plants each. Like if you and I, we're not family, we're friends. And I have 5 people in my family, so that's 100 plants. I don't know how to grow. You do. So I say, okay, you grow for me. So I write a contract, a piece of paper. Okay, you grow 100 plants for me. And for this family, you can do hash, medicines for cancer, because it's considered Thai traditional medicine. So that's
That's
okay.
what I would like to know about. So, despite the laws, was this something, you know,
This is the
that.
basic right that they gave us under this application. If you pay taxes, you know, if you're born in Thailand, you have this right to protect yourself because medication. We don't have like we don't have like, you know, your health system. Even yours that you don't think is good. We have shit that's worse, but they take care of themselves, the people here, and plants and herbal medicine has always been in our culture. I mean, Thai people has been consuming weed for 2,000-3,000 years here, and that's a fact. I mean, it has been proved. That's in history. I mean, the king used to, you know, eat curry with. They have recipes for what weed goes with what curry. You know,
Oh, wow, because I
we
eat a
have
lot of
noodles
weed.
places that Thai people know, like this chicken noodle on Sathorn Road, this beef noodle in Third Thai around my house in the old days. It has weed. You will see like long queues of guys like, you know, eat a bowl of noodles, drink all the juice, and then sit on the side like, oh, I'm hot, sweating the ass up.
Wow.
So
Wow, that is,
that's
I eat weed, the little buds. I like to juice them because it's really high in a healthy THCA, you know, was what I know from friends and everything. But this is ancient knowledge, really, to partner them.
I mean,
And you know, CBD is
it's
so
all coming
spicy.
back.
CBD?
Yesterday, I have a friend who is working in Pattaya. He's an English guy. He wanted some original Thai stick because
Yeah,
it's coming back.
yeah.
All these
You
growers are
roll it
coming
on the
now,
thing.
like, you know, they're tying the stick again. They're like, you know, oh, growing good weed. Now it's, you know, it's legal. So now you have fresh buds. Now that they're making Thai sticks again. So it's exciting development, but you know, it's not the same weed as before. But still, you know, you
Did
call it the
anybody
PIF. Like, see you in New York, you're in the PIF land. You understand where we are. We're actual PIF, original
Piff
PIF.
with the Fino of haze, okay? That's
Yeah, I
all
mean,
Piff is.
and I talked
You saw
Latinos
that I
5
smoked
months.
them.
Yeah,
I
I
got
talked
them. I smoked it last weekend.
people who gotta hustle can't smoke shit that would knock you out. True or false? You can't wake up and smoke shit that would knock you out. Like, you can't think you like, yeah, you become vegetable. No. People here want to smoke shit that, you know, you can work all day in the field.
That's what New
Like
York is. New
like
York, all they
like
say is come in.
chewing
I want.
coca leaf. Like
Hmm?
chewing coca leaves. The same.
Yeah. Oh, I love coca leaves. Have you
I
tried it?
mean,
It's great.
I was in TV, okay, and our workroom for the production. I don't mean the people behind the cameras, like the production side. Like, they have to be up 3-4 days on the shoot. You smoke weed to stay up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, you don't do any of those hard drugs, no, man, because you can't
You just
survive that
need
shit.
the stress enough for you to get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
focus a
you
little
need
bit.
some really strong
You
shit,
see,
and that's what people here want.
that's what you have. It's not just what people want. And we haven't even really, except for my mother's generation that was getting the weed that was being brought over the first land races, you know, an heirloom sativa strains that were, since she was in California, I'm sure she got across. She talks about Acapulco Gold as being her favorite.
Yeah,
And that's,
Acapulco Gold. I'd like to try that.
but I mean, my shop, we got a Durban poison. I can't speak to its legitimacy, but I would be so curious to what it would be like to smoke a very pure sativa from Southeast Asia, which haze is really just
Kevin
Southeast
Jodrey
Asian
came
sativa.
out with pictures of his Afghan or some Lebanese.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Who?
where it all came from. All this Thai, I mean, it all came from that Lebanese, Afghan shit. That it's
Did it? I'm looking it up right now because I don't know about that on Hitiva. Have you seen Hitiva?
his own. I saw his own account. He doesn't post very often, so when he does,
No, this website I found that it's kind of like Leafly, but to look at strains, but they have a family tree. So you're talking about Lebanese. Lebanese is a,
it's
and
like
so,
probably as old as Afghan, probably along the same. Because you're talking
and Do
I
you think
would
it
say
came
that
from there to Southeast Asia? Do you think that it came that originally was there and came to Southeast Asia to
from
make
my own
Southeast Asia?
assumption, Mesopotamia is that area.
Uh-huh.
Any motherfucker is gonna be smoking, and then we have a Graham Hancock thing about people who are a lot more advanced than us and lost. They probably smoke a lot too, but still. I like the thing that Kevin Jobney said about the land racing. Land race here is not even land racing because it has been worked for 3,000 years. So how can it be land races? In Southeast Asia, it cannot. The Laos sativas,
They're
the Vietnamese
then after
black. The
the
new thing now in America is Vietnamese black, which is another strain of the same narrow leaves. The Thai stick, the Vietnamese black, the Laotian sativa. And the thing is, the phenotype. I mean, Thailand is the size of Texas.
The thing is the phenotype, and that's what I was going to say, because I think what starts with the land race, and then the next thing down is a heirloom, right? Heirloom is the next thing.
If you look back a little bit, I sent
Heirlooms are
a
just
bunch of seeds
right?
to a friend in Cali,
Mm-hmm.
and the seeds that I collected over the years, I imagine it's exactly the same plant, but it's been on some hills for so long. It has on a new name. People call it different, and they grow different.
Right.
But they're all
Well,
the
like
same in the
everybody was
fact that
arguing about the
like
Skittle.
as they degrade, you would lose the kick, right? But the brickweed, like the old tried brickweed, even the old days in America, probably. I mean, it could be in the container for 6 months and come out still kicking your ass. But it has no terps, but it'll kick your ass, because THC is like 38, 39%.
For real? Like for real?
Well,
For real?
yeah, even though it changed from THC to something else that gives you a bit of a headache, you still get fucked up from it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, my theory is because, like, one of my theories is why I think, sativas are essentially longer flowering time, right? Sometimes much longer. And so the CBN, and what?
Yeah, the
The
CBN.
trichomes become more, all of them become more mature and potent over being able to grow for so long on live, right?
But it's
more
it doesn't matter. See,
psychoactive.
people are so attached to it. Like I ask people the same question: Do you drink hunch punch? Have you ever had hunch punch? Grain alcohol and something. That's what I drink in college in America when I was used to party.
Oh, absinthe.
Same. I mean, any alcohol that's like 190 proof, 98, 97% alcohol, shit that will kill you if you eat it solid. We don't drink alcohol like that, do we? I mean, you drink wine is 10%, 8 to 12%. Malt liquor is 15%. Hard liquor is 20, 25%. It's the flavors that we put in the cask, in the, all that shit. Why weed is the same? Why would you want to drink jet fuel? Why would you? I mean, everybody like gas. Yeah, you would like, 104 degree, but you wouldn't want a 200-degree gas.
Well, I got two answers to that, right? I think I understand what you're saying, but I think with cannabis, it's a little different because people have different type of tolerances.
But you can use any weed. That's why you have two cycles.
And some people out the bat have, because it's fat soluble, everybody's sort of like you wouldn't guess somebody who doesn't really smoke weed has a really high tolerance. And the other part is that medicinally speaking, if somebody's trying to address a pain, like, when you try to go, you do want to have that. Those are definitely two cases where high potency.
What I found out, I've smoked weed for almost 40 years, but only a short time, like 12 years I'm in America, that I was privy to, at my time in America, which was between 1979 to 92. That's when I was in America. When I was smoking weed, Sensimilia just came in, weed with no seeds that looks like jade green. That was a big thing on the East Coast.
The green.
I mean, Yeah, it was green. It's just
Yeah.
beautiful. You touch
Yeah.
it and it just crumbles and there's stems left. And you're like, dude, is
Mhm.
that buds? It looks like, you know, it doesn't look like buds because it's so big. That was when I was smoking that shit. But not when now that I'm smoking it from the shit I'm growing, things I'm not used to. I tell everybody, like the first joint that I smoke, I have to sit down because all of them will make me black out. And you know, I roll like a nice fat joint of weed I've never smoked before. That first joint will kick my ass. You know, like my friend's joint, like I film it. It's serious. Knock me out. I have like a joint of
I
this
get,
shit.
me too. I get so high. I'm like, I
He
don't know about you.
passed out on the
I'm so
floor
high. I'm
right
like a
here
joint.
at 10 p.m. I was
Yeah.
watching my football team, which I religiously watch. I passed out 15 minutes into the game. I wake up the next morning. I said, what the fuck happened? I asked my
Same.
girlfriend, what happened to Antoine? He left at 1 o'clock. You didn't even see your friend left. The train already stopped. Is he okay? I was like, I hope so. No, but it happens every time.
Yeah.
Whatever brand, like this one I'm smoking 104 octane plus of a BCS, which is Buddha OG and Purple Octane. Same. First joint, I was out.
Yeah.
But then the next day,
Not so
I'm
much.
back in the groove and it doesn't affect me anymore. And I think that's the 30, 40 years of smoking. But the entourage effect happens at all the fresh weed. I've never felt it before because the weed that I smoke are all monoterp weed, no cannabinoids, just THC. But it's
Really?
THC that hard enough that, I mean, old school smokers, people that smoke as much as we do. I like to say that we, because you probably smoke more than I do. Because I only smoke flowers. I see you guys smoke all those heady shit, man.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
gas,
function.
dude.
I can't function with those shit.
I'm about it. You know, it's different. It's the same thing, like you're saying though. After you get used to it, you don't get you high like that. It's only the first few times ever.
I mean, I would have like
I would 2 hours
I would
of a day.
have 3 different kind of weed because I only go for. Well, we don't have candy here, but now we have gas and earth. Earth, we have a lot of OG shit and all that. We got a lot of that. Sativa, I don't count because sativas are so different now.
What you
We
mean?
have sativa that hits like indica here.
What's your favorite sativa?
It's called KD Skunk. It's bred by this Thai breeder.
Really?
It's stronger than. It's much stronger than the regular sativa, and also has a skunk, has an Afghan.
Real skunk?
And well, you see the new babies I have in my pictures. At 2 weeks old, the leaves are like this big.
Yeah.
The stems is this big, leaves are like this big.
Oh, I wish I could see them. Or you're not at home, huh?
I'm at home. They are the hardest for me, sativas, because you have to take care of them for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's a commitment.
That's a long time.
Yeah, you have to watch the bitch for 6 months, make sure the bitch smokes.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
You know,
Like,
and you have to learn how it's. You can use the same idea about lollipopping. Same thing with sativas because they're much bigger, so you have to. I mean, the more butts you have, the smaller they're gonna be. But you know, but I
do you like
find that
the
with the
or do you like to get nice and tall?
you have to pretty much mainline the bitch. Since
Yeah.
she was when she started flowering, you have to. You know what I mean? When I say mainline, I don't mean stretch them. No, I mean strip everything up to the last third and then let it go.
So you have you flowered out plants more than zones in Thailand? Have you seen? Do you think, you know? Have you seen like?
I found some weird shit about the broadleaves.
What might be different?
they're supposed to grow different, correct? Like I saw
I want to know what is
all them
different.
grow like stouty shit, like the really heady shit. It would be short, stout, Gorilla Glue like. I like to use the square one genetics. Even THC Titan's own strain when he grows in his own indoor, it's not very big. It's like, you know, medium size, but the buds are, you know. But in Thailand, number one, if you have any colors and the buds are big, PM is 100%.
Right.
100%. If it's purple, if it's big, you're gonna have PM, and that's
humidity. It's humid there, right?
Well, if your farm is not in the land, like, see, I'm lucky because my house in Bangkok is used to be in the countryside, but now I'm surrounded by big buildings, like in New York. And you know, in the middle of the buildings, you get breeze.
Yeah.
And when you have regular breeze through the buildings, I got a fucking like semi-hurricane in my garden every day.
Wow.
So, you know, my plants are getting ventilated, even though the sun is heavy. Still, I cannot go 100%. I have to go 60% all the broadleaves, meaning 40% you have to be in the shade, or else they melt. And I mean melt. Yeah. Melt. Like the bud just melts.
Yeah.
So the key is to test them, meaning you have to breed with local shit. I was gonna do that, but then I met all these Cali guys who's been living here. See? Cali, 707 motherfuckers in Thailand.
Yeah, 707, baby. Let's go.
707 motherfuckers in Thailand.
415, the Bay Sash, this radio station, which is still playing. I'm playing on air in Vallejo right now. Show's going. But since I'm on the studio, I can't talk on the microphone, but this is playing in the studio right now.
They're legit. And they're here working.
Huh? Yeah, so 707, baby, Vallejo. We grow some good. There's some good, but
you have a lot of good legacy growers from America now living in Thailand.
Yeah.
I'm serious, man. It's crazy. Like I walk in town. I swear to God, every day I walk into town, I see some Humboldt people. I see some Oregon bitches. I mean, like, you know, they look like they came from Arizona off the farm, walking like, dude, where we
They
going?
did. They did.
Like, dude, this
you know why? Two reasons. I mean, one reason is we are screwed right now with things. You know, legally, regulations. It's a mess. They need to fix it. It's not a good time for nobody's making money. Nobody with a license. Not even with a nothing. It's hard.
No, I follow a poetry of plant.
We've been in the game. We've been in the game for a long time, and people have been growing and bringing the seeds to that area for a long time, so they know the value and of those genetics, as well as we've had Southeast Asian people around in Northern California. You know, Vallejo is a lot of Southeast Asian people.
I used to fly from
Southeast
the East
Asian
Coast.
people. I trim in all the time. I trim with Hmong people all the time, like the Hmong crew. You know, yeah, they
have such hard lives here, man.
They do. It's kind of crazy. They come with their trim pimps, and what ends up happening, it's happened to me 3 times so far, is you know, the other American trimmers,
like
they're lazy.
The
American trimmers are lazy.
In Thai, they're called Mon. They're from Myanmar, Burma. But in Burma, there are 3 different tribes, 3 main tribes. The 2 you hear a lot about are the ones that fighting. The one that you don't hear about is the Hmong. The Hmong is also the Mon. They are the Buddhists, you know, same as Hmong, you know, but very hardworking people.
Yeah.
All my staffs are all Mon people because
I love them because they
come so much harder than the other people.
And they fire all the Americans except for me because I work so hard. And then they bring the Hmong people in.
I have so many farms.
And the Hmong people come with grandma, sister, auntie, whole family.
And then I send their kids to school here.
Mm-hmm.
I send all the kids to school. They work like on a co-op farm, like in a communist area, like when they're good parents. I'm a good parent.
Yeah.
You see my dog, you know how good I am. But these people, they give you my team here, I don't give them a schedule. They watch what I do, and they find their own schedule, and
Yeah.
they
Oh,
copy me without having to teach them. They see what I do, and they watch. Even the
okay.
nudes, they look at which bottle I'm using because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be traveling a little bit, and this is the time for me to test, not test, to make my team confident.
Train. Yeah.
I tell them that you can't really fuck a plant up too badly in a week.
Man, it's so stressful the first time you get left with someone else's plants and you gotta do all the nutrients and water them. Oh my God, I've had so many times alone, like trying to fill up the tank and like
Vibes in the house.
dragging the hose all over the property and getting poison oak all over my body because I gotta, like fill up this like $1 million tank on top of a hill with helicopters.
I spend a lot of time trying to find the SOP. You see me do funny things in my house. Like, why don't I have a tent? Why do I do things like, carrying the backpack? I want to find something that normal Thai farmers who don't know how to grow weed can do the same thing. Meaning you have a porch. I can give you a light. I can give you a couple of Mars light. You can rent. Give you for free. Give you cultivar, plants. And then they can carry the shit in and out of the rain because they don't even have money for the greenhouse.
Right.
But they have such green thumbs that they can do that. If I can do it in my house, they see like, oh, this city kid, look at him. You know this?
When the monkeys come,
rich city kid is growing
they look at
on
you.
this fucking porch. And they're like, dude, but we do this for a living. I got farmers who do all this shit for a living. They learn how to grow a plant in 6 weeks. And then they grow tons of it. You know how hard that is?
That is.
To learn in fucking 6 weeks and then you grow a ton of something? Dude, to go from like a garden in the backyard to growing at scale by yourself in the backyard.
People fuck that up a lot.
Some badass.
That is really hard. It usually takes at least 6 months to dial in any new location, though.
Exactly. That's why I'm working with Humboldt. Like people in Thailand ask me,
it's not your first couple months.
I talk to Thai people who grow weeds for the last 30 years here? I was like, Thai people who grow weeds for the last 30 years here, I know most of them.
Yeah.
And they all grow the same shit I do. Throw that shit in the garden, in the field, and let it grow. Hopefully, it will grow.
That's what you've been doing.
You can't do that shit, unless you're connected. You can't do that shit as a profession. Weed in Thailand used to be a profession that if you mess with deliveries, farming, or anything in the middle, you get shot or you get sent to prison to be shot. So it's organized, okay? It's an organized black pony. It's like Las Vegas in the old days where, Lucky Luciano was still there.
It was Lansky who was the master.
Lansky and his friends that got shot because of the lady, yes?
Mm-hmm.
The one they made a movie out of. Remember that movie with the...
Yeah, no, I'm fascinated with
Madonna. I remember the old one, the Madonna and...
Oh, yeah. Hollywood.
Bugsy.
Bugsy. I know, I want to rewatch. Madonna was in that. That one she was married to Sean Penn. Yeah. So you've been doing a lot of seed exchange, which is super cool. I love the network. I think we all want to come visit and see what's going on in Thailand.
I see Candyman. I'm talking to all the breeders.
How was the cookies opening?
The what? I love like the Candyman. I love Tino's. I love Spooky. They have their own tribe. I don't really look into the back, but they love the plant. They do it every day. I mean, you're breeding at home every day, dude. I'm doing the same thing. I'm pollen chucking. I don't tell anybody, but you see me come up with a little baby plant, and I'm like, yeah, hello.
That's awesome. So you're pheno hunting.
Right now, I'm testing the broadleaves. in my son trying to find an SOP that starting from scratch, soil, mixing clackamas coots from build the soil formula. I find suppliers for all the suppliers for the soil, and now IPM. I'm like, I got some people now up country that's doing shit. Like, I got a guy called Potent Ponics. He's coming in yesterday. He has a big ass farm up top. I got like the 707 guy called Cannabis Seed. He got a Thai wife, and they both grows and killers. They send me like the last batch you see me post of me. He's been doing Freakazoid, which is all this shit from old Cali Cultivators. He came to Thailand a long time ago, and he breed this shit up to F10. He released his first Freakazoid F6. So but as normal people, it's very hard to test. So with more organized, now I'm trying to get all these people to work together, which I have been lucky to, I smuggle shit in the past. For the
Right.
people think I'm trying to sell it, they don't get me.
Yeah.
They really think I'm going through all this shit to sell the seeds.
Right.
They couldn't imagine somebody want to grow this shit.
Let me ask you a question. So, like, everybody where I come from, 707, baby, we got your OG, right? You got your OG.
Legacy.
Down. You got an OG? The OG
for me
back in it would be the person who would let you know, either, a lot of people in the Humboldt go actually with their family, there was their parents. But for some people, your OG was a friend or somebody you worked for, maybe you, and they decided to let you, they decided to show you how to grow. It wasn't like you could just buy. You basically had to learn from somebody and get the seeds and get the genetics. So I have my OG. He's not on social. He's kind of on social media, but he's still not in a position to be talking about him openly, like as my OG on any sort of platform. But do you have an OG? Like that showed you?
Let's go back to the guy who got me my first bong hit.
Yeah.
Bong hits in Thailand in the old days are in a bamboo bong.
Well, me and my brother were trying to make bamboo bongs.
Yeah, well, it's normal. It's a bamboo bong, and it's my uncle.
Do you put wax in there?
No,
to make it?
it's they use a sticky soil. Or
really?
Like those putty things.
Like a clay.
Yeah, the clay. They would stick because you stick the smaller tube inside the bigger tubes, and then it works perfectly. And bamboo bongs, when they're green, they smell like fresh grass.
Yeah.
And as you smoke them, the taste will fade. It's like adding to it's something else you have to try. It's like a fresh bamboo bong. It's like a fresh.
Be like in Thailand, somebody should open a bamboo bong bar, right? Where they cut the bamboo forest and then cut the back down and make you a bamboo bong just for yourself right there.
You can order on applications here. There's a shop next door to my house that sells bamboo bong because people change them every week. Because when they fade, they don't smell anymore. Some people smell.
Yeah.
We don't put ice or shit like that in the bongs that you do in America.
It's nice.
Add to the,
yeah.
I think it's stupid because you have to clean the damn thing.
Yeah. You don't put water in there?
You said the OG. Let's go back to that. That's
the OG.
But it's the same story as the humble OG or the legacy growers. Because my OG in my past life, because weed is considered the same as heroin. For lower class people, even though in the old days, weed and opium used to be legal. Yeah. Back in the 1900s. Legal, and I mean legal, like in smoking on the side of the road. Thai people would use a cutting board to cut the weed.
Yeah.
So they would pack it in the bowl, and then you go and sit down and rent for 15 minutes, half hour, or an hour. It's all you can smoke, and then
you can smoke.
And next to you that would be the lower class on the street. And And the higher class people would be smoking opium on the Chinese chair inside. And that would be the
what about hash?
hash is always just it came later with the Moroccans and all that. All the hash in Thailand are all the tainted hash. I call them tainted hash because they all come out of somebody's ass. It's not smuggled in a container like in Spain and all that shit. Here it's all, you know, the old ways. We get some of the Indian hash, like the rubbing hash, sometimes in the touristy areas, but they're usually very expensive and you can't really tell whether it's real or not. There's a lot of fake shit too.
Yeah.
But flowers are the only thing legal here. But as in anything else, depends on who you know, and you know, because weed is not considered a dangerous.
Dangerous. It's not dangerous.
Well, from the business point of view, it can be in the old days, but now, like I know people in the black market, the old black market, which now they call the gray market. And this market doesn't care about illegal shit. They like illegal shit. Like all the things that you guys do, hash, and you know, all the Haiti shits, that would do really well in Thailand, you know, for like rich people.
So I got to put my top of the hour for the lined up. The next DJ will be coming into the studio, so I just got to. I saw the window for that and dropped that in there, and then my show's over in 10 minutes. So you're OG.
There's a lot of room in Thailand for many kinds of production side, because the recreational market, it can be ranged from the people who live the level of MTV Crib to the regular tourists from China.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the why the rec market is here, because you can cater to any of them. If you go, the higher you go, the more, you know, you have to be in touch with the local characters, which I think here, because we have so much like New York, it's a street, you will find somebody that speaks your language from where you live that made it here. What do you
think is the favorite?
Frank Lucas was a nobody here before he became somebody in America after he came to Bangkok, remember? That's a lot of people like that who came from, you know, from the dark pony days to become legitimate.
What do you think? Would you want to get back to the OG story? Did you finish that? Did we get to the meat of that?
The OG story, the key is I have relatives who actually died in prison, who were shot.
Right.
For driving trucks. His job was driving from one point A to point B. He doesn't know what he's carrying. And there's a couple of them in the old days that have been shot. And I asked my grandfather at the time, like, you know, what happened and all that. And we also have these other drugs in Thailand that's from the leaf. They're called katom. It's like a more like a downer. Yeah, it's like a downer. You chew it.
Some people use it to get off of opiates.
Yeah, that's in the south of Thailand. They use it kind of like coca. Yeah. And it's always the thing that the Muslim people would do, because Muslim people think that ganja is against their religion. If you really fundamentals, you think weed is not, it's against the Quran, but the other one is not so much.
That's because their weed is so strong. Hash.
I think all weeds are strong if grown properly.
Yeah. I mean,
the only shit that I see that are booths are usually the indoor shit that people don't know how to grow, or outdoor light dips of people who don't have the SOP. That's what they're doing here now. That's why they're all failing, because a lot of them are doing outdoor light dips without no testing. And they think because they're hot shit from Colorado, they can do that shit here in Thailand. And then they, instead of trying to buy an SOP for the best sun in the world, I mean 12 sun outside, they're trying to come out with an SOP for like an air-conditioned room that is like 5 acres wide, and you have to pay how much for the fucking electricity and increasing the per tonnage cost of making weed. Are you stupid?
What's up? Big shout out to my cousin, Reggae Redman, Cheyenne Nation. Hey, look at that. He's got the Morning Star. Me and him, we from the same
Good.
tribe, Northern Cheyenne. Northern Cheyenne.
Yeah.
He's up in Oregon. They grow. Hey, cool medicine hat.
Thank you. That's my grandpa's.
Nice beadwork. How you doing, brother?
Good. Just chilling.
You got a new song for us?
Just, just working on it. You've heard it before. Ganja Dream. I'm in life between my ganja field full of ganja tree. No bad mind fitting on me. Live love on me. I'm in life between my ganja tree. The house family in the whole country. Nicotine for me, all the family. Live love on me. Well, I must confess, just put up in my death, but change your best mind. The heart of a lion, lion. Yeah, this one's about people, you know, that have that dream about ganja, and it's like, you know, big middle finger to the corporate industry taking all these rights from mom and pop artists. Full of ganja tree. No bad mind fatigue. Nobody to steal your weed. Nobody to thief on you. You know what I mean? Just live on earth in peace. See, house upon the hill in the old country. That's all I want. You know what I mean? I'm not greedy.
That's what we all want, dude. Like, you know, and that's a beautiful song. Thank you for sharing that. I can't wait to play that on the show. That's going to become a regular song, brother.
Oh, thank you.
With the nice
It's been
view.
so hard for us. Huh?
Yeah, I'm looking at Ashton Hills over here.
Yep. This Oregon representing right here. Oregon growers.
My tribe's from Northern Cheyenne.
Our tribe.
From Montana, but I'm over here in Southern Oregon, Pacific Northwest.
And his family, he comes from a serious medicine man clan. His whole bloodline are all medicine men from our tribe. So, you know, it's kind of a weird thing to say out loud to, like, you know, non-tribe, but he really is like he's the ancestors of all of the medicine men from our tribe. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah.
I just want to jump in real quick, though.
All right. Let's see if AP Oakland maybe wants to tap in.
Yeah, blessed love. Y'all have a good time. Cheers.
Send me that song when it's done, brother. I want to play it on my show all the time. Pass it along.
I will.
Let me know if you want to kick me to the audience.
So he's in Thailand. He's a Thailand grower. And he is about to be coming out to doing a tour up there. He's going up to Humboldt and everything. So maybe y'all can link up. I'll definitely send you each other's
seed swap. I'll be
info.
at the seed swap probably.
Which seed swap?
The ETO seed swap.
I have a brethren that is all about the genetics and the seeds and stuff. So
I think he's renting a really nice vineyard for the spring seed swap on the 10th of March.
nice.
Yeah. If you're there, please come say hello. I'll be the foreigner, stone foreigner sitting down.
I'll smoke with you.
Hey,
I'll be the one like on life support.
Hey, don't forget to check out Southern Oregon ganja. Some of the best.
it is. Southern Oregon and Humboldt are the same place, kind of.
Yeah, we part of that Emerald Triangle.
Yeah, they're part of the Emerald Triangle, even though they're not, but they are.
They say they smoke a lot. Somehow I believe them.
Yeah.
They asked me, "Do you smoke a lot?" I said, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, that's their Mr. Chief. Hey.
Mr. Chief, yeah.
All right,
They would
then.
knock me down the first day, and then after that.
Much love, brethren. We'll see you
Go
soon.
Diamond. We do Diamond. All right.
Yeah, catch you there.
All right. Love ya.
Love you
And
too.
all my friends tuning in that I haven't talked to, I'll be there for a week. So I will try to hook up with all y'all. Hopefully I don't get arrested coming back to Thailand with all the shit in my bags.
Yeah, it should be fine, probably. You know.
I try to get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't traveled in so long. It's starting to feel like, like
You know, I had to go
Beverly
anywhere.
Hills, the Beverly Hills Billies, going to town. The dead is coming back, y'all.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the hangover, but it's like the weed hangover, you know? And instead of going to Bangkok, you're coming to us.
I live in America over a decade. I usually go to California every once in a while just to go eat shit at the Thai. That's like a group of Thai people that live together in LA. Yeah, that's it. I never got anywhere else in Cali besides
Just there, and
Thai
that's it. You never went to you never went to Northern California?
San Fran.
Ah,
Was nice. Everybody
man, I want to be there for that. They invited me to Cannabis. Ego Clash and Organic Cup both want me to come to Cannabis, but I can't have my passport ready. That's insane.
I'm in Emerald. I think I'm in Emerald Triangle for doing this.
Well, Cannabis is Spain.
Yeah, I know. I'll be in Humboldt.
Yeah. Well, if I can't make it there to hang with you, though, it'd be so cool if I could.
Don't worry.
But I'm gonna make sure.
You heard my plan.
Yeah.
My plan is exactly this, but with more organizations. It's not just the business, because you don't really need to be in Thailand to work on the media side with me, but I mean, as a voice of somebody that can talk about shit that we have here, I trust you. Because I hear the way you talk about other people's causes. And my cause is exactly the same. It's not different.
Yeah.
And the same people will be running shit in the back anyway that you already know, probably.
Yep.
Because my babysitters are all from Humboldt.
Yep. Yep. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. And you know what I love about you going there is like, it's just like of all the people and community that are really gonna understand like your value. Like I was saying, like we like it's the same thing like New York and California, like Thailand and California. We've always been, but they're gonna appreciate your presence there. I mean, just like I do, which is gonna be beautiful. Like on the level of respect.
The lead for Thailand will not be this Thai kid. I'm a new grower, as you know.
Right.
I've been growing for 8-9 months. The lead in Thailand, I safely say, who would be teaching regenerative farming and all that would be HBK, Eric. Eric is a humble man. Everybody knows Eric. If you've seen Kevin Jodry's on YouTube, you know who Eric is. HBK Genetics. he's gonna be the source here. We gonna, you know, he's starting his grow, his family, got his dogs here finally, so he's settled.
Beautiful.
So he's gonna be our leader here, and with a legacy grower whose work in topical field is second to none. That's what we need.
Right.
We don't need the flowers to smoke. We need the medicine, the real medicine.
Exactly. And brother, let me tell you something. I think really the future that I've been telling you and before, but raw cannabis. Look, where'd I put it? Raw cannabis. My favorite company. Maybe I don't know. They're down in Santa Cruz. I don't know if you could go visit with them, but they actually have this really special seeds. They're called Jade Nectar. Jade Farms. They have seeds too. And this is a raw cannabis. The way they make it, they're using like this ancient technique. It's a tincture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not a tincture made with nanofication. It's not extracted through a heat or salt. I mean, they think they might use an ether. It's in an olive oil. But it's not just CBDA. It's raw CBDA, which is why I was saying I like to juice my little flowers raw and early. So, you know, when I call it like the ice cream phase, when it's really sweet before the trichromes turn around, then it's like that. It's heavier in THCA, acidic form, and raw, like raw fruit, right? Like we know your most nutrition comes when you pick a flower or pick a fruit. The nutritional is most nutritious
like
that moment, and then it goes down, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we do the raw everything. So you got to think same thing with cannabis, right? Raw, fresh, and that's why we enjoy so much the raw fresh THCA terpenes. You're not a dabber, but us that dab, that's where that sort of sweet part is. But where's the medicinal part of that? There must be and that's what I want to know. Is there any knowledge that you might have gathered from your culture about that? And that was so interesting to find about the curry. And they put do they put in the curry raw?
Yeah.
If not,
it's
dry,
medicine.
right?
Weed has been medicine here. The word it's the weirdest thing because the word in Thai
from smoking it.
No, not from smoking. The smoking I think came after the Vietnam War. And that was when after Vietnam in recent histories. Because we go back in the old days, Thai people smoke weed longest time, but more people consume cannabis as a food group.
Food group, exactly. Because I think it's actually
I know my friends who don't smoke, okay? They're really religious people, but they would love to go eat one of these noodles, beef noodles with weed in the soup, because it gives them appetite. It makes them laugh. You know, afterward they feel good, but they do it on like the day that
So is it dried weed they're putting in the food? Dried? It's fresh.
You're talking like a kilo of buds.
A kilo? Not a kilo. You need a kilo, like a pound. Oh, like a pound, but like 3 pounds. Yeah.
You know,
is it fresh or is it decarboxylated?
Fresh.
Yeah.
Put it in the soup.
Yeah.
And
then
overnight, and they take it out, and the next day they put new ones in.
They're decarboxylating it in the curry.
Yeah. So
oh my god, it's so cool.
So the way they measure it is, you have the soup like the ramen. You mix the soup.
Yeah.
So a little depends on the guy who makes it.
Also
in the meat, all that shit.
It's probably a little bit raw, a little bit fresh.
It's all raw. It's all raw. Because, well, curry is the best way to hide the smell and taste of weed.
I'm afraid my Instagram is going to shut me down because I have a timer on it that I can't be on it for. So it keeps telling me 1 minute. So if we go away, that's what happened. This has been amazing, though. Oh my God, I discovered so many people.
I wasn't planning on to be on this talk with you, but because I want to see. You see, it can really work. Imagine that we have people that are better than us to be in the shot. and we're just in the background with our voice asking questions like you do.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean,
So,
the basics is a community, and you've already become
yeah.
part of the community. But what I like to do is come and have come on my show, introduce you to the rest of the community. And then as you're growing, we check in all year, see what you're growing, see what, update. And so it's so great because you're now representing a whole new area.
Then I will have like new farmers that I will keep bringing to you, and I'll be the translator. And you can see the new people we're teaching.
Yes. Yes. And plants. We like to see the plants too. And to
products.
tell what tastes like.
I want to send Thai farmers cellophane bags back to Cali.
Yeah. We would love to have
RS11 Thailand feeder.
Oh my God. Do you love RS11?
I have so many seeds.
Oh, I love it. My friend sent me some, and I was like,
and I see more.
I smoked it all. I didn't know my one other person.
Rare Breed, ETO. If you check their feeds, Rare Breed has this picture of RS11 that I'm like, oh my God, fuck.
I know. It's so.
And I look at it, I tell him, he's like, dude, that's such amazing flower. He's like, you could do that in an indoor. I'm like,
This stuff, it's called Zope. Zope.
Soap
So good.
good.
Have you tried the Zope yet?
I know the soap. I have the beans. I know how
The Zope.
Pack has been smoking soap for like 2 years now.
Yeah, I've been smoking Zope. Be Legit. I got a shout out to Be Legit. Be Legit was the first one to hand me some Zope back on the Twerkulator.
Soap,
and he already had it.
Jealousy, RS11, Biscotti.
I got this one
All these shit.
Bubble Bath. Have you heard of Bubble Bath?
Yeah, the bubble gum. I don't know how these supposed to taste because I'm from the land of fake belief. They all say all these things and they say all these terms. I don't taste any of it. Maybe I'm not an educated. I don't have an educated palate.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I'm very spoiled, but also, I mean, you know why I got to taste so much weed? Because I went and I work on the fucking farm for like 15 years. I do the hard work just so I can smell the weed and try it. I couldn't, otherwise I'll have to get, even if I was just buying the weed, I wouldn't have access to like the access I've had.
That wasn't part of our syllabus until last year in June.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it's on the syllabus now.
Do you think a lot of people that weren't making money before are going to be able to make money in the weed now?
Let me give you a statistic that comes from a friend of mine in Buriram. His name is called Infamous Buriram Buds. He's on Instagram. He's a professional. He said he's from California. He said he's never seen a development in Thailand. Like, he's been through the wreck situation in Cali, all the prop 15, all that shit. He's seen how people went from not smoking to be a smoker. He said Thai people went from not knowing about weed or growing weed to not smoking weed but growing weed.
Yeah.
All the smokers that seen the new distros opening up, they would walk in like I did. I said, how much was that gram again? 1,000 baht for that gram, $35 for that gram, and they're all like, dude, I'm going home, grow some shit.
Right. And then you either grow it and you find out, hey, this is really hard, it's worth it to buy, or you grow it and you find out you love it.
Thai people grow rice. Go look it up how hard it is to grow rice.
Was it hard to grow rice?
It is fucking heartbreaking.
Well, you're closer to
it. You have to do. You have to first flood all your motherfucking field, right? You start with the little plant to grow the mother rice, to make the little things, like making cuts, like we do cuts before you send it to make like that.
Yeah.
With rice, but you have to do with 50 fucking acres. So, and then you pick it up, put it together, and then you get the whole village to come in. Come on, plant it. You get 100 motherfuckers from the village come and you stick it in, and you take care of it for 3-4 months in that water. Hopefully the water don't go away. and then you get the whole motherfucking village back again to cut the rice and then eat the rats that's in the rice.
Yeah, wash your rice.
Well,
Definitely.
it's used to be a village.
Now when I eat rice, I'm going to think how lucky I am that somebody grew this rice for me, that I can eat it.
It's well, and then when you come here, I'll show you what they have to do and how much the rice is that the farmer can sell for, and how much it finally sells for again.
Listen, I was going to mention.
It's not much different than your Cali weed situation now, which a
Yeah.
pound range from $8 to $80. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, and that's what I'm actually, it's like, I have an MBA in sustainable enterprise. So I studied a lot of things about and our food sources. A lot of this topic isn't new to me, and in the context of actual other kind of farmers, right? And that's the thing in America's farming and big ag is heavily subsidized, and we know from the stories like Monsanto and Roundup how corrupted it all is, right? And so, and how the farmers are. And so there's things like community supported agriculture and organizations. But at the end of the day, like somebody to summarize the weed thing real quick, they're like, it's just going to level out to be about a profit margin similar to regular farming eventually for the farmers. I wanted side note. Okay, so Steven Nelson, who's in our chat right now, and I wanted to mention to you too, I don't know if we've told you about our good friends, the Mendo Dope Boys, but they have some seeds too, you know?
I follow like 400 some people on Instagram.
Yeah.
And 85% in Humble.
But I don't know
Mendo Dope
Boys.
I follow Daniel. And look
but
who
Mendo Dope Boys.
And look who Daniel Montero follows. I said, okay, let's see what they do.
But Mendo Dope Boys are special, okay?
Oh, they're professionals, man. I like to go to their classes. They have these classes that take
registered
for.
I will introduce you. So our friend in here, a lot of my network on here, and my farmer network, the reason why I've been able to reach and connect and grow my network with farmers across the whole world is really a lot because of Mendo Dope Boys. Because when they come on my show once a year, and before 420, before they drop their new album on 420, which they always do, and we do an update, and that's been going on for this will be the 4th year, I think. So this guy grew they got a strain right now. They breed called Gringo Loco, which is funny. You know what Gringo Loco? Yeah. So he's excited. He's telling us that this guy in our chat, Stevenson Nelson 434, said he just washed the rest of Gringo Loco trim from 2 years ago, like 5 ounces, and pulled 23 grams. So he got like an ounce out of 5 grams, which is fucking nuts for hash. And he said it's so good, he's definitely growing it again.
I see that it's a very small group of growers in here, so I will say this. I haven't said this shit to anybody. I'm saying it to you first. The people that's investing in my nursery is from the Emerald Triangle. They are investing in my love for the plant. It's a new grower, but my place, we will try to find SOP that's best for the outdoor, whatever we can for Thailand. But it will be like an OEM thing, because my key that I pitched California, I learned from your struggles from the day of Prop 16, Prop 215, all that shit. What is the problem of California weed? What is the problem of Canada weed?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the problem of Mexico weed? Because Thailand is like Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
So the problem is you cannot do farm to table.
Yeah. Exactly the problem. We have good products, we can't get it to the people.
And I listen to all the farmers, legacy farmers in your market, best ones from Redwood Roots, all the people that have shelf space in cookies, all the legacy farm that have brands, like Sticky Fields, dude, that's, they take care of the weed best. If they are keep in the loop to the customers, the customers will get the best shit, the farmers will get the best cut, the dealers will get the best products for other people to come look. Because like my job is not just to grow weed, but I'm in the middle. I talk to people like Cookies and said, what if I curate the weed? what if Emerald Triangle comes in and help me with the cost to do the testing? So I'm doing the private farming, farmers market, like you do, like every Friday, Thursday, in every city in America, you will have a farmers market. Even in Washington D.C., where I live, right downtown on Wisconsin Avenue, there's a farmers market. I remember in Chevy Chase, and that's where Rich lives. And there's still a farmers market where I can buy sausage from a farm in upstate in Maryland. I remember that. Same in Thailand, because weed, when it's legal, it means that you can have farmers can sell vegetables on the side of the road in Thailand. Okay, and farmers don't sell tainted shit if they know. If you provide a service, then it's safe for all. And then again, in the middle, I can curate the local stock, find out the stars who have the nice green thumbs, and we can use these people to help us sift the weed. I got fucking 100,000 strains I have to go through from the history of California weed. It's every single one of them, from the Northern Light one and all that shit that Todd McCormick is doing, to the biscotti, to the soap, to the sushi, to the Blue Dreams, to all the new piffs, to all the gumbos.
Those are all that's all the surface shit. Yeah, you're gonna find when you go to the Emerald Triangle, there's a whole other area.
There are 3 terms that I like. I like gassy shit, I like earthy shit, and I like candy shit. I don't like the flower shit.
Yeah.
So it's only 4 flavors. I like the first 3. I'll stick to this, and I find the best hitters in California. I go down the lines, and I find the different phenols with my team. I got a team of 3-4 serious breeders. One of them is 707. One of them is another American guy in Buriram. Another guy with a serious outfit, you know, in the north, that he's coming to see me. So we got serious breeders. If we just find these hunts and then we test them, meaning we find like the freakazoid, like the guy I told you, the Canatized seeds. He has a freakazoid.
Yeah.
He can match it with any of the broad leaves that you bring in. Like you bring in the soap, just match it. So make sure it don't melt in the sun. So we can give that out to farmers who can grow just that shit, and then we sign that shit on the deal. No handshake. Everything on proper protection, genetics, all that
contracts. That's one of the biggest mistakes that the farmers in Northern California did. Too much word of mouth.
I used to work in the Department of Intellectual Property here in the Ministry of Commerce. I drafted motherfucking intellectual property laws here. So I know that shit cold. And I told everybody in Humboldt, no handshake. Everything. Yeah. But imagine if you just come in, you have your cultivars, and I have all these farmers. It's like an OEM grow. You give them the cultivars, I teach them how to grow, and we sift. From the veg stage, you see which one you can wash, which one you can't wash, because you're working with Thai people. You can do traditional Thai medicine, meaning hash is possible. But not from a foreigner point of view of investment, but from a Thai traditional medicine. I can do that shit. I don't have to wait for the federal law like the cookies of Thailand has to do. Meaning they have to know what's legal, what's not. I don't. As a Thai traditional practitioner for my family, and I can teach other people to do the same thing. So this is a movement of, like you said, tincture. I got my dad's friend who invested $300 million, which is about $10 million, $10 million US, in a grow facilities in Bangkok that's doing one-to-one CBD. Yeah, he only doing 4 strains. One of them he gave for me for free. It's called Mokim's Tulip. MOKUM's apostrophe S and Tulip. It's a cultivar by Dutch Passion. But if you look at the numbers, the CBD, and it's 1-to-1, but it has everything. So there are people who are doing that here now. And cold tincture, like you said, because they use the old traditional Thai medicine to do with herbs, which is the same thing.
Oh, I want to try. I want to go on a Thai medicine.
A lot of it is alcohol based or something that they can do at home.
Right.
And people ask me all the time, is the CBD that my uncle made at his house and the one that your uncle made in the factory, are they the same? I said yes. One is more potent than others, but if the guy makes it from good weed that he grows in the backyard, who am I to say that it's not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Small batch, it's more attention. And
usually the organic shit that people grow at home is a lot better than the salt shit they grow in the indoor.
there's spirituality to it because we're growing crystal. The THC is a crystal and there's an energy there, and it's a female plant. The female is expressing herself.
Here, the
Now,
is free. The green thumb is free. Labor is almost free. People are paid $9 a day to get a proper job. Imagine an improper job. How much you have to work to get how much money. You know what I mean? So everything is cheap. The ability to grow shit well is something that people in Thailand do well. We are the size of Texas, okay? But we have been in the past the #1 exporter of rice in the world.
well, that's crazy. And it's the hardest thing to
That's
grow.
fucking Texas, okay?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's serious green thumbs here. That's what I'm betting on. That
Yeah,
I have a good
me too.
leader. I have a good leader that we find a good SOP, and somebody from Cali that said, I wonder what my pheno would look like in Bangkok. I believe, dude.
Exactly. That's what we really,
Come the
we
fuck
gotta really
over.
love the plant. That's how you can sort through people in this bullshit, you know? If they really love the plants, they really love it, insane, crazy about it, they do things like that. I just want to go see how
Imagine
to grow
you
it,
can
how to
pick
crop that.
up
These are the
from,
people.
you can pick up from Southern Oregon. You talk to a friend of yours that knows somebody, let's say Humble Mantis. If anybody Humble, you might know this guy. Humble Mantis is a good friend of Rad Breed. Humble Mantis is probably going to be my babysitter here because he used to have a Taiwan.
You got to talk to Dirty Arm Farm in Oregon. He's the man.
Well, see, any of them can be my babysitter because they have to come here and they have to figure shit out too. It's not like it's starting, you know.
You're going to start having immigrants come to Thailand.
Well, that's my
It's only
job.
$29 a day.
I have to train foreign workers how to trim.
Yeah.
And I have to train people who owns farm how to treat these people fairly.
Yeah. So they
Find it good.
keep the plant right.
Well, if they come live with you, you pay them good wages, but you also provide food. Meaning, while they're working with you, they got free health care and they got free food and free lodging to working. Because it's cheap here in Thailand. I mean, I'm on the farm, for Christ's sake. I grow shit already that they can eat. I got chicken, I got the eggs, I got bananas, I got fucking everything on the farm, meaning you can eat. And now around me, it's a farm. You got cows, you got all the shit you want. You know?
When we go to the farm in Humboldt, they feed us normally. I mean,
Well,
if you're in
on the farm, around the farm, you got
off the farm. Yeah.
I have vegetable, I have eggs, I have chicken. That's usually all I eat. I eat chicken.
What kind of vegetables you grow?
I don't eat chicken. I don't know. But anyway, the weed is another plant. But to go back to the beginning, the legacy. I learned from the mistakes in Cali, and I go directly to. I pitch to my investor that we do the farm to table, meaning we run the private farmers market alongside our weed business. Okay, and then we work the co-op, meaning we start farming groups of farmers who we help the same way I told you. We provide food, we provide knowledge, we provide cultivars. You just give us the green thumbs and the hard work, and we'll come sift, and we'll tell you which one to choose, which one to cut, and then we give you an SOP to do the light depth, or you can use us to do the light depth, and then we share the profit, or you do everything yourself, and we sell your story. See, that comes back to the media work that I tell you. I will have new people for you to introduce.
Yeah.
I will have some Thai farmers, and I say, hey, look, here's a new guy we made. We don't own him. He's an independent farmer that we're teaching him how to grow weed. And to him,
I love it.
He's growing medicine to other people.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting, he's not doing anything special. Everything is things he's already know how to do, meaning farming.
Yeah.
We're just making sure that everything is kosher with the processing afterward, because that's key.
Yeah. It's, you know, you got to handle cannabis very delicately along the whole supply chain.
I mean, if you have the expertise that can tell me 2 months into the process, Pat, this field you should wash it immediately, meaning you don't flour this shit out and just wash this motherfucker and do concentrates. Humble can do that.
Yeah.
You know, or they can tell me, oh, this one looks good, Pat. We'll flour this shit out. I'm gonna light that the fuck out of this, and then we'll keep the shit. We'll grow some of this shit out. Because
Yeah, I mean,
I can't figure that shit out. For me to grow from instructions, like now, I can do that. But for
you're
me,
doing what one would do. They're just growing and touching all the plants and like seeing all the. It takes a long time though. It takes many seasons to achieve, you know, to see all the different pests. I had one year where I grew on my grandma's rooftop, and it was like on top of a mountain, and I just got every pest you could get. I had the little thing on my wall of all the pests. I got all of them. I got the mites, I got the mold, I got the mildew. So I said, here to learn about pests.
You heard my horror story.
Yeah.
I lost all my shit in 10 days.
Well, you know, but we have.
10
I don't know
days.
if it's called biological warfare almost in Northern California, but there's this things called potato russet mites. They're a nightmare. They eat the trichomes right off the plant, and they're invisible. And so you have to examine the plants with a microscope. And sometimes, because sometimes you might think that you didn't water your plants and go look and they're kind of saggy, and you go and then you end up overwatering them because you don't realize they're actually under attack.
I have dead plants in my garage right now. That a friend of mine, Potent Ponics, is coming on Tuesday. He asked me, oh, what's your problem you have with IPM? I said, dude, you come to my house and you tell me what motherfucking thing killed these plants. Because I have no fucking idea. And it's systematically killing the plant. And I use everything.
Yeah.
It's
like
the only
ancient.
thing that I don't have is Athena. When I have Athena to add to the shit I'm doing now, they're safe. Athena has not been available for the last month. And I'm starting to have this harakiri plants, meaning they all die. Like, I'm leaving now.
There's better stuff than being out there. That's why you got to learn the living soil. You don't need anything to get the living soil out there.
Well, this is why Potent Ponic is going to come. He knows. He's been growing here up country. He's doing it.
Well, you get your.
He's doing it at scale. He's not like me. He's doing it at scale. He already have cuts. He has a top team who take cuts and then flower the cuts like proper.
Yeah.
The sun and all the time, and so he got his shit together. And
how is he growing?
Lighthouse, indoor, but greenhouse, like homemade greenhouse, like in Thailand, not ISO shit like that, but enough because the sun is an ally here.
Yeah.
And when you test them already with the thin leaves, like they have been testing. If you watch this, you will see he has chocolate Thai, he has mango Thai. He has chocolate Thai, motherfuckers. I have never seen that.
Oh my God, real chocolate Thai.
Real chocolate Thai, real mango Thai.
Real mango Thai.
We gonna, and now
you have to make.
I'm giving.
Oh, shout out to South Africa. Yeah. THC. South Africa in the house.
Lou is the homie. She has a serious bro.
The guy in New York, his name's Harlem Farms. Harlem Farms. He's got a farm up in Harlem. He's from South Africa. Yeah. I did an interview with him, but I've done all these interviews with growers, but then they get scared for me to put the video out there, so nobody gets to see him.
I met this guy I was watching this guy, New York Seeds, on Tino's live. He's pretty dope too. He's in New York. It's nice to see New York in the scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, I've been buying weed from the Gambino for so long that it's kind of weird. It's legal now.
You've been buying weed from New York? But you
used to go up to New York.
Huh?
Okay. There used to be a bar in New York called Obar and Tattoo.
Uh-huh.
which is down in Manhattan, and it's in the Gambino territory at the time.
Oh,
And they have good weed.
really?
I live in
Whenever I'm in New
Washington.
York, the good weed comes from me.
I would go up in a Trump shuttle from Washington
Mm-hmm.
to go for the weekend, and I would go to this bar, not because of the fanciness, because I know the guy at the door sells good weed. We have to wait until he's done with the front rush, go eat, and then pay him the weed and then give it to you later. So that was my routine
Yeah,
on the East Coast
because New
back
York,
in the
it's
early
confusing
80s.
from California, but to everyone east of the Mississippi, New York is the weed mecca of the East Coast.
The only place.
You know, it took me a year to accept that. I was like, but then I realized all the tourists come here to get weed from everywhere else,
Well,
but not
well,
California.
I know five Thai dealers in Queens back in
Really?
the early 80s. They're all Thai
Wow.
brothers. They don't speak English, but they have good weed, and they're in Queens, motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, there's the Piff, the legend of the Piff out here, and then there's the legend of the New York Sour Diesel, you know.
I miss the South Diesel. I had the Piff.
Yeah, I finally smoked some Piff.
It's a lot like our weed here, so.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like the same like you. I'm like, I want candy, I want gas, and a little bit of earth.
No, see,
Candy,
like,
fruit, gas.
like what
Mostly
Nick
candy
the
gas.
Piff is doing. What Nick the Piff is doing is exactly what I'm not doing. I think I'm helping. Like I'm giving all this Cali cultivars that I know, like the RS11. I got the cheese, the UK cheese. I gave my friend
You
the
gotta
whole
get Soil King's. I don't know if you could get it, but Soil King's Mama's cheese is one of my favorite cheeses of all times.
See, like I send like different lines to a couple of people, like Tino's. I really love Tino's strawberries. His green crack, because our biggest problem is PM, right? We need shit that go, because it's just green crack gelatos and triple crack.
Well,
and all that. It works really good with PM.
I've grown green crack. We grew green crack for like several years, and it never got PM. Like and a lot of Northern California.
If you look at my grow, I take pictures very often because I'm doing the Aptus test now. You see that the broad leaves and the thin leaves same height, and they're totally different.
Right.
Yeah, the same height.
But they're growing next to each other.
Yeah.
So.
Same height.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like this. And
yeah.
why the other one is.
Yeah, I saw those leaves. I was like, those leaves are insane.
But you can't be in the same sun. The broad leaves, they're like, oh, all day happy. But the broad leaves, if you put them in the sun, they will. But half the sun, and then LED later.
Yeah.
And, I tested a bunch of shit. I even tested auto before this. And
I'm never doing auto flowers again.
I'm never doing autos again.
Those are like GMO seeds. But they're very necessary because in California and certain places, when they start to put the restrictions on your growing, you need, like, that's what they're better for. Like my one buddy, Petaluma Hill Farms, he grows autoflowers because he just grows, like, he's got like 10 huge greenhouse rows, and he just grows as many plants as he can in there at all times.
I can't hit it on the fact that first plant ever after emancipation was an Ethos Banana Daddy RBX2 Auto. That was my first plant that I grew legally. You
grew
see
that
me with the little plants, I'm really happy. But
we got
it's just
Stevenson here.
2-3 months.
Yeah, waste of time. I'm so mad. Last year was the first and last time I ever popped auto flowers. I'm never doing that again. They were so
the same buds.
It grew
One,
like this high
for 2 minutes. The other one like get high for 2 hours.
Yeah, trash.
Same seeds, okay? I don't mean same seeds on the same batch. I grow them differently, like.
Yeah,
it's
Smith said he only had a good green crack like twice, years and years ago, like 17 years ago. So the green crack we had was probably around, it was like 2012-ish. And
See,
dude, that stuff
that's why I
grew
was really
perfect.
excited.
Heart-shaped
You
nugs.
know,
This was before wedding cake existed, but it was like before wedding cake, green crack grew perfect. Every time it was a flaky trim. It didn't mold.
did the green crack, and then he did the triple crack. I think he RBX one of his crack, and then he did the mom and the father where he flips him, which is, I mean, it sounds stupid to other people. I'm not in Cali, but for me, in this weather, because I talk to my friends out country, and I mean, anything purple, anything big buds, we all look at each other like PM, bitch. That's all we do. And it's like, that is dead. You can't sell that shit. So now that we know that they stack better, the broadleaves when they grow them here, but you have to leave them in 18.6 longer. You need to have the mother set up. You know, you need to do the mothers properly, and I mean 3 months minimum in veg when you start cutting. Make sure they're mature, because you need the strength to stay in the sun here. Because when you cut them, the first 3 days in the sun, if you leave them in the sun, they're dead. You have to baby them, and then. So the SOP, I think it's gonna be a key. But the sun here, we can seriously give you some fucked up phenos that you don't have before.
You know who you might be able to learn something from is Jamaican farmers, because they're more at a similar zone
I
and
watched
humidity and sun.
I watched the greenhouse guys when they went to Jamaica last. I think that was like 2 years ago. Interesting, Jamaica, but it's very difficult to know the culture of Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica. If you're not in like the Damian Marley crew, it's hard to get up there.
I had a lot of Jamaicans on my show because we're a big reggae station, and sometimes we have a lot of reggae artists come through, and if they want to come, they know I'm the weed show, so they come through, they sesh, and when I ask them about that, what kind of weed do you smoke? I always ask, what's your favorite kind of weed? You know, Kush. That's it, Kush. Kush, Kush, Kush.
I used to do that too, but for me, when you say Kush, for me, it's more Afghan, and it's like which Afghan, which year.
I don't think they know anything besides Kush.
Well, you know, the thing that I learned, I say this all the time, I learned the most from these greenhouse guys, not because they're growers, because they travel. Like, they went to India, right? And we had this conversation. We went up the mountain in the same plant, in the lower, when it's warmer, it's sativa. But as it goes up the mountain, when it's getting colder, up the top of the mountain, it's indica.
I was wondering about that, because some phenos of Kush are an indica, and some phenos of Kush
like
are a sativa. So it has to do with the altitude.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what was I going to say? Oh, the woman, Safira Mano, I was talking about, that kept answering Kush. She actually grows. She's a reggae artist. She grows her own weed in Jamaica on a guerrilla grow, meaning, you know, some land. But she has an aquaponics. So she got a pond. She's doing, you know, aquaponic guerrilla grow in Jamaica.
I've been to Jamaica a couple times. One time as a tourist in Negril. Don't know anything. Went down. I was in the university in DC. Went down with a few ladies. Negril was a trip because it's a city where no Jamaican lives, only tourists. And then the next trip, a friend of mine rented a house in Ocean River, just in the northern coast. But then at that trip, I met this Jamaican guy that sells weed at the pier. And his weed, I swear to you, it looks like toothpick joints.
Yeah.
And I came back with 5 toothpicks, and my friend was really happy. And I was like, dude, it's a toothpick. What the fuck is it gonna do? I remember I smoked one with him on the shore. We were sitting on the rental seat with umbrellas, and the sea was over there. We smoked half a joint together. Next thing I noticed is water on my ass. sitting in water. I'm still sitting.
You slid down. Wow.
Still
I want
sitting
to get
there
that
in the
high.
water.
Sounds
Yeah.
like fun.
I was like, fuck, what happened? Dude, serious weed. I've never had shit like that before. That was the first time I had chronic. I lived in America for a long time. I never had chronic until I went to Jamaica.
My first chronic,
I never lived in Cali, okay? I lived in the East Coast, so you have to
I was
understand.
lucky. I had it when I was 12 years old in middle school. I got it from David Ross, and we went and smoked the bong at the middle school, and I got so fucking high off that shit. We used to called it dank and a dub sack. So I paid $20 for a gram.
Shit, that friend of hers, we went to public high school in Bethesda, Maryland. He taught me how to make a bong out of an apple. I thought it was the coolest shit.
Hey, bro, that's
where I'm from. He's like, oh, we make it from apple.
Apple bong is a great one in a pitch. You know, can smoke out of a lot of things in a pinch.
Oh,
But we were doing the tin can. Never do that. That's so bad for you. Don't do the tin can. Yeah. You don't want to smoke that.
We did the gravity bong in college with the.
Yeah, with the bottle.
We
cut
did,
the bottle off.
with the bottle. Yeah.
And then do the knife is off the stove.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one time in college, my friend, he went to the dorms and he went to everybody. He said, "Hey, I want to clean your pipe for you." So he got everybody's pipes and he cleaned everybody's pipes, and then he had like a ball of rosin from everybody's pipes, like this big, like black, and then he was like smoking everybody out with it.
I went to school in a school called Earlham College. At Earlham College, it used to be almost like a hippie then. There's a place, there's a dorm in the basement. It's called Ag Hall. Ag Hall in the basement is old rooms, and there are holes in the back of the room where a brass pipe, more like a 30-foot brass pipe that has many prongs come up, 3 rooms, and a brass pipe in the back.
Wow.
Shit.
In my hometown, somebody built a pipe into the bench in the bar in the back. So if you ever don't have a pipe, there's actually one in the bench, and you can smoke out of the bench if you need to.
My best friend in freshman year, I was living in a quiet dorm, and this guy I met in the party dorm. He heard me talk to my other American friend, my black friend. What's mushroom? And he looked and then he gave me acid. He didn't tell me what it is. And we went to watch the ball. He gave me acid. He didn't tell me. Oh, by the way, Kat, you just dropped acid.
Bro, I want to tell you something because you know they just had in Florida they just had a second time they had this event. It's called Cannadelic, and it's a cannabis and psychedelic conference, right? So my friends, they brought me the stuff from it, and now they're making, you know, they have mushroom chocolates and everything, gummies now. They got the mushroom gummies. Even, look at these. They even
See,
have
Bangkok is not the place to do.
these are
mushrooms.
little, like, candies, but they're mushrooms, and they look like a mushroom.
See, I like to test that microdose stuff for serious.
This is total 0.5 grams. I use it for PTSD too. And actually, it works great at a point. You know, it's legal in California now. And it's decriminalized.
One of my cousins who passed away was autistic, and his mother was very into the alternative medicine for autistic children, because here they don't really have how to treat them. And they usually use like antidepressant and all that shit, which doesn't work. That's serious.
Yeah, and it's a microdose. They got the 3 kinds. Chocolate, it's half gram. I like these because it's a 2 candies, so it's a 0.25 each thing. Yeah, it really helps a lot. I do the microdose. I was on Zoloft for 10 years for depression, and it didn't work. So I took myself off of it, and I was dabbing.
Anything that's plant-based can be reciprocated here on the ground, just like flowers. And,
Yeah.
as a medicine and testing with universities, we can do that.
Well, you know how you said you had to babysit these long flowering sativas for 6 months.
Holy
And you know
shit!
how you
You
got
know how long
to
that is? 6 months.
But
You know how
the
long that is?
mushrooms, they grow so fast. You have to watch them every minute almost.
I
When it's a whole.
I,
They do the polling, and
I
when they're doing that, yeah.
the property that you see, I call it an orchard because in the old days, everything in
They
my
live in
garden,
orchards.
it's an orchard. You can eat everything in my
Yeah,
garden.
yeah.
And we used to have a mushroom hut where we grow mushroom, and I mean like you're talking 300-400 bags like this big.
Right, because some of the mushrooms are called Thai. That's right. They are from Thailand.
And I remember that the land underneath the mushroom hut was not fit for anything else except certain plants. I didn't know about wheat then. I would have fucking grow weed right there, man. All the plants that we have won't grow around the hut because of the heavy concentration of fungi.
Fungus.
But now I imagine, dude, if I put wheat right there, that would probably.
Maybe there's some companion planting going on between.
No, but it's too wet. You have to carry the pot and anyway.
Well, we should probably end this particular session out right now. We've been on this for a long time. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to share it. Save it to the page and put it on the YouTube so more people can watch it.
I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't talking too much blah blah. Because that was the first smoke of the day, and I went blabby. So,
I know that first smoke you get going, or that new weed. Actually, I can't smoke here. I'm dying to go outside so I can have my little smoke smash right now. Till I have to get an
nice to talk to
air.
you. We'll do it soon. When I'm there, I will hit you up and I know what I'm doing.
You're probably going to be so busy, and I'll be watching, and then afterwards,
I'll be on the farm.
Yeah.
I'll be on the farm. I'm gonna learn how to run the nursery from the man. So
not a lot of service once you get up into the Emerald Triangle. You can't get online.
Oh, I don't. I like to be offline a bit.
Feels good, just live in the moment.
I get a hall pass from my girlfriend. She said, "Don't kill yourself." She said two things to me: write your will before you leave, because I know you're gonna smoke yourself to death.
You're gonna get psychedelic high that you've never got high.
She's like, write your will. I have a lot of dogs to take care of when you're gone.
Yeah.
Hey, she knows what's important.
All right, brother.
Thank
well,
you for
the word. Thank you for sharing your story with me and joining me and being part of it. I will talk to you soon. And thanks everybody who watched live and shared too.
Starting the work ways.
Yeah.
You know what I want. I wrote you everything I want.
What?
Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay. Peace.